Hey, JennyMay Ashley channel. How's everybody doing today? Appreciate you guys for stopping by. As you guys can see in the title, I will be reacting to a bodybuilder. The bodybuilder is actually going to be reacting to, her name is Jill, and she's been like trying to basically be on like a weight loss journey, trying to lose weight, things like that, and she's been on it for quite some time. And it looks like the bodybuilder is reacting to her. Her channel is called Taking Weight Off. That's the Jill's channel, which is the girl who's trying to lose the weight. And so the bodybuilder, she's reacting literally to her in real time. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm basically going to react to the bodybuilder reacting to Jill, which is taking weight off. Okay, so in the description I will put in their YouTube names and their channels. Like, I'll just put in their YouTube names in the description. That way you guys can just check out, their channels in the search bar, things like that. So shout out to the bodybuilder and shout out to Jill with taking weight off. All right, so let's get into it. We're all gonna watch it together. You're gonna hear some of my thoughts and things like that. And yeah, here we go. Thank you so much for tuning in to the JennyMay Ashley channel. My name is Ashley. Please be so kind enough to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and keep on coming back because I have more. I am also on a weight loss journey. So me, who's on a weight loss journey, reacting to the bodybuilder, who is also on her journey to be able to build muscle and go ahead and do shows and things like that, which is so cool. And then Jill, who is also on her weight loss journey. So in the title, the bodybuilder reacts to taking weight off, feeling sorry for herself. That's pretty much the similar title that I have, as you guys can see. And well, she's feeling sorry for herself. Let's find out why. All right, here we go.
Training days though, which is fine because I train 2 days on, 1 day off. Seems to be working quite well. And today is a leg day, which means that I get to have 80 grams of Cocoa Pops after training. It's like the highlight of my day. As you can tell, my mood's a bit better from what it has been. I'm taking antidepressants and they're not helping me sleep, but they're helping me be calmer in my mind, and I'm able to relax more. I don't feel like I always have to do something, which is good. But we're not here for this. We're here for a reaction, and we're gonna look at taking weight off with MissGreenEyes. So I actually did a video to her last week, but I accidentally deleted it. So it was a video, what was it called? It was one of the ones where she is I don't know, she was kind of, what was it called now? Let me look it up. It was the back at square one yet again. I think, was that the one I did? I think so, yeah, because that's the one that's fully played. And basically, because I didn't know where to start with her, because a few people have actually asked me to react to her, because apparently she kind of just goes back and forth with the same issues and it's not really progressing anywhere. And then she's doing 75 hard, which is also what April is doing again, which is just like absolute lunacy. I highly recommend checking out April's thread on Kiwi Farms. People are putting up some very interesting factoids about her progress and her 75 hard and the things she claims to do and all that. But anyway, we're not.
I actually checked that out because I too, as a viewer, I watched the bodybuilder. So hey, and the bodybuilder did put that in the description below, and so I was literally able to read everything that was there for April Lauren, and it was quite interesting, yeah, to say the least. But there's no here nor there. We're here for MissGreenEyes, which is taking weight off. All right, let's continue. I just wanted to say I checked it out. All right, let's continue.
I'm here to talk about April. These two are friends, by the way. They're both doing 75 hard. I don't think 75 hard is it's not something that I would ever do, personally. But I don't think it's something that works for people that struggle with obesity and able to commit to anything long term?
Well, I have something to say about that because I actually have worked out for 86 days straight, eating healthy, things like that. And I didn't even realize how many days it was until I was like, well, let me see, and I was working out every single day, 30 minutes a day, and once I realized how many days it was, I was like, damn, I could actually pull off a 75 hard too. So I'm obese, but I think I might pull that off. I think I might do the 75 hard challenge for sure. I think I might also join the party. Looks like I might be joining April and Miss Green Eyes in that 75 hard, because one thing I do like about it is that it gives you an opportunity to lose the weight. I think the thing is what the bodybuilder is trying to say is she feels like, people do the 75 hard and then they just mess up. What it is I think they stop. Once they get to that 75 days, they're like, well, we're done. This is how much we lost within the 75 days. And okay. And then they go back to doing whatever it is that they were doing, which isn't 75 hard. 75 hard is literally a kickstart to get you to start losing weight, just to get you on, give you a little boost, a little kick that you can't give yourself. It's not for you to stop, it's for you to keep going. So I do hope that since April Lauren and Miss Green Eyes is going on the 75 hard, I really, 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 really hope that they continue it. I really hope that after 75 days, they keep going. They come back next week and like, hey, it's 86 days and we're still going in. I just hope they don't stop. But you guys let me know in the comment section below. Should I do 75 hard? I'm really leaning towards it. I'm definitely towards doing it. So just let me know in the comment section. Let's continue to keep watching.
Because obviously it's 75 days of being on a pretty strict plan. And you're not supposed to eat out on it.
Oh, I think she just showed it a little bit of what it is. Let me see.
Because obviously it's 75 days of being on a pretty strict plan. And you're not supposed to eat out on it.
Alright, so it looks like she has a little clip real quick. And it says 2 45-minute workouts. One workout must be outdoors. Follow a diet, and that diet is basically what you create. No alcohol or cheat meals. Drink 1 gallon of water. Read 10 pages nonfiction. Audiobooks do not count, meaning you have to actually read a physical book. And take progress pictures. No compromises and no substitutions. Honestly, it doesn't even sound that hard. Like real shit, it do not sound that hard. Yeah. So, anywho, let's continue. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Should I do it? Should I do it?
You're not. It says so in the handbook that you're not supposed to eat out on 75 hard. But besides that point, I think I really got this one. It's called I'm Done. No, this is not clickbait. The other video I looked at, she is very... what's the word I'm looking for? She's I found her a bit, not precious, but she's very much like, oh, if you don't like me, don't watch me. But it's like, if you put yourself on the internet, people can watch and people can have opinions. That's kind of how this works.
Mm-hmm.
You can't expect to have unconditional support of your audience. I actually like the fact that my audience calls me out sometimes. I like it when, if I do something or if I'm a bit of a dick sometimes. Sometimes I'm in a mood or whatever.
Guilty. I've actually called her out. Like I said, hey, bodybuilder. I've actually called her out before in her comment section, and she responded and she fixed it. One thing she did, I when I did call her out, it was definitely it was for a reason. You know, it was definitely for a reason. I really like her. I really like the bodybuilder. I really like her channel. Like, she cracks me up. She's fucking hilarious. And I like the advice that she gives. But there was a day where I called her out. And the bodybuilder responded, and then she also responded like in a in that little chat box where she can just post something and then it goes to everybody. Yeah, so everybody can see it. And she accepted her wrong. She understood where she messed up at, and she fessed up to it. You know, she was like, yeah, I fucked up, and it's cool. At least I can admit my wrong. You know, and I was like, that's what I'm talking about. You know, and then she did things better. So kudos to the bodybuilder. Kudos to you, girl. You keep going. You know, that was so freaking cool. Yeah, so it's okay, you know, to call somebody out if you really truly feel that, like, you know, they did something wrong. But I would say only call the person out if you have full hardcore truth. Clearly I had full hardcore truth. And she accepted it. There's no hard feelings, you know. I'm still gonna keep watching her, and she's gonna still keep uploading. There's nothing wrong with that. But she's right. Let's continue to keep going.
And like, I like the fact that my audience can call me out and tell me these things, because I'm here to make videos for you. I don't make these videos for me. So,
well, thank you, because I do enjoy watching them.
Anyway, it's fucking forever big intro, innit? I haven't even had my coffee yet. Can you imagine? Right. Anyway, let's see what
you and me both.
What
we
she's
both got
what she's done with.
Guys, it's Jill at Taking Weight Off.
All right, here we go.
Today, that is the last time you're going to hear me
this
say
is
Jill at Taking Weight Off, because
Jill.
I am going to do a complete change of this channel, and it's no longer going to be a weight loss channel.
Okay, already that kind of pisses me off. But let's hear what the bodybuilder got to say.
I don't think that lasted very long, did it? Is she a bit of an Amber? I think that's what's happening, isn't it?
I know
I'll
Amber
probably
is.
do Amber reaction, guys. But to be honest, when Amber is trolling so hard, where she's like on purpose,
Hey guys, it's Jill at Taking
on purpose provoking a reaction from people with eating like fucking 5,000 calories in Cheeto wraps.
You see?
I kind of don't want to. Sorry, I need to bring my heater this way because it's fucking cold in here. I don't want to bring attention to that, frankly. So she's okay. She starts off this video by saying that she's into weight loss, and then, hey Daisy, hey baby girl, hey sweetie,
Daisy.
what's up?
She's so beautiful.
She says in this video 3 months ago, I'm done
Where's Rosie?
with weight loss, and then a month ago she's like, lose weight. What I eat to lose weight, weight loss. So I guess that didn't last.
Clearly not.
I'll kind of go into the reasons why I came to this final decision, but ultimately it's the fact that you can never do anything right on a weight loss journey channel.
But, well, losing weight will be a good start,
People
right?
True.
I think I'm gonna have fun with this woman. All you need to do is lose weight. It's not that hard. I mean, like, losing weight is hard. It sucks. It sucks being hungry. I know. I've dieted for shows. I'm right now, basically, my meal plan is chicken and rice, and then pineapple, and I have some cream of rice on my training days.
And I'm also on my own weight loss journey, and you are fucking hungry. Like, that's just the bottom line to it. If you want to lose weight, you gotta be okay with being hungry. You gotta pick. You gotta choose which one you want. You want to lose weight, or you want to stay big? Do you want to lose weight, or do you want to stay big? Now, if you want to lose the weight, then you have to deal with being hungry. If you want to stay big, then you have to deal with the consequences of not losing the weight. It is what it is, you know? It's all about what you decide as your goal. So yeah, you're gonna be hungry.
I've been eating like that for several weeks, but I have a goal, and my goal is I want to win a pro card.
There it is.
And with that means that I have to eat the way that my coach wants me to eat.
Yet again, I have a goal, and my goal is to lose the weight, to be healthy, to be able to stay around for my kids and live a good long life, stay around for my husband and live a good long life, not get diabetes. There's a whole list. But if you subscribe to my channel, like this video, I'll give a video explaining everything and explaining my goals and explaining why I want to lose the weight. But you gotta subscribe, you gotta like, and then I'll continue to let you know. But I have very many goals as to the reasons why I want to lose that weight. You want to know the rest of the goals? Hit that subscribe button. Let's continue to listen to her, because she said it. The reason why she's starving herself, because she's starving herself. Bodybuilder, I like you, but you're fucking starving yourself. And I get it. It's for the show. I really fucking hope she wins, because that's all I'm gonna say is whew. We're talking about Jill.
And that's how I eat, because I'm paying the man to do so. But the point is that if you are on a weight loss journey, and you put it on YouTube, you're doing that partially for accountability. You're doing it to inspire. You're doing it to motivate other people. If you don't succeed, yeah, people are going to have an issue with that. That's the same as I'm saying here that I'm going to do a prep journey, and I just keep getting bigger. I never train. I never post. I don't do any of that. But I'm telling everybody, follow my journey to the stage, which, by the way, you should. I'm filming, I'm vlogging everything. I'm doing my off season as well. So yeah, like if I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do the show. Look, if I decide to not do it for whatever reason, it's different. But if I'm like, yeah, I'm prepping for a show and I'm working so hard on it, and then like behind the scenes, I'm fucking smashing pizzas in my face, and I'm never training, and I'm getting like out of like 1,000 steps a day.
Excuse me, y'all.
Then I'm selling an image that people are buying into, but then I'm not delivering on it. And that's not right.
Right.
Always criticizing, critiquing, telling you you're doing it wrong. And honestly, I've put so much pressure on myself to perform to people's standards that I am exhausted. And I can't do it anymore. I am no longer going to be publicly losing weight. It is not inspirational for me. It is not supportive for me. I find it to...
You shouldn't do it because you want to be inspirational.
She did it because she wanted the money, huh?
That's the right approach. You do things for you because you want to do them, not because you want to inspire other people. Like, I vlog my journeys, but I don't do it to inspire people. I do it because I just want to share my journey. I want to show people what it's all about. If it does inspire people and motivate people, great. That's awesome. But that's not...
Well, I'm on my weight loss journey for myself. But while I'm on my weight loss journey, I want to inspire people. I want to motivate people. And the reason why I want to inspire people is I want to inspire them to continue or start their journey. I want to motivate them to want to start their journey. Now, if they're inspired by it or not, that's up to them. I don't know. They may know, whoever watches my weight loss journey may not be inspired by it, may not be motivated by it, and that's fine. It's not for them. But if it is for the ones who are inspired and motivated, then that is another reason, why it is good to do it. Like, of course, I'm on my weight loss journey for me, but at the end of the day, if I'm inspiring and motivating people, that is like a pat on my back for myself, because that's something that I like to do. Just in general. It's just who I am. But the bodybuilder, she's like, shit, I don't want to inspire, motivate nobody. And that's totally fine. And Jill, clearly she doesn't want to inspire, motivate anybody either. Because, well, I think she just did it for the money. But let's see what the bodybuilder got to say.
It's not the reason that I do it for. I do it to show people what it's like, what goes into it. So people have an understanding. I talk about these things, but it's all well and good for me to talk about it, but not show the ups and the downs, if you like.
Be quite the opposite, and I know that there are so many of you on here and on this channel that do support me, but it's that saying where it's just those couple negative people that ruin it for the rest of you, and that's exactly what's happening. The final straw for me.
If I'm gonna start reacting to her, right? Like, look, if you're that thin-skinned that you can't handle critique, and like, yeah, or even negative, like bad comments, people can say horrible things. People say horrible things about me. People have said horrible things about me on Kiwi Farms. People talk shit. It's what's gonna happen. If you can't hack that, don't be on the fucking internet. It's a choice you're making. You're putting yourself out there. Should people be nasty? No, they shouldn't. People are gonna be. Just suck it up. Accept it. If you can't handle that, then don't put yourself online. You're a public figure. That's part of what happens with being on social media. Right. I don't understand why people get so butthurt about that. Like, look, some people do receive like terrible treatment. I get that. But if somebody's calling you out on your lack of progress, or you're just doing things that don't make sense, like, for example, trying to lose weight but not really tracking your food or counting your calories on a weight loss journey, which is like the most important step.
Right.
You know, that's not being nasty and horrible.
And that means she's right. That's not being nasty and horrible. That's just letting you know what you're doing is not right. But nobody really likes to get called out on their shit. And right now, because she chooses to not track her calories and not work out, they're calling her out. And she doesn't want them to. Now, I got something to say when it comes down to people being mean and in comedy mean stuff and things like that. See, Jill is probably more so close to her 30s. The bodybuilder is probably more so to her 30s. Who knows? But I'm just saying more so to their 30s. Just an average. I don't think neither one of them is 18. And I don't think neither one of them is 21. So I think they're closer to their 30s. So I'm just going to say it like that. People being mean and people being terrible in the comment section, I personally feel like before you even got to being a public figure, it started in high school. It started when you were a little kid. It started when you were at home with your brothers and sisters and your mom and your daddy. People are going to say fucked up shit. They're going to continue to talk bad about you. But I feel like everybody, including her, Jill, taking weight off, I feel like everybody had an opportunity to work through their thick skin, to build them up. So by the time they get to being a public figure, their skin is wrapped real tight to where words can't get to you. Somehow, Jill, I can tell, somehow she allowed all the naysayers, all their negative words from childhood to middle school to high school and probably college if she attended college. She clearly let them get to her. Because now you put yourself out there where there's internet. There wasn't internet when you was going to school. Not the way it is now. So now that the internet is here and you put yourself out there, I mean, she knew that she was going to get bad comments to her if she knew that, like, she's not going to be consistent. But at the same time, it's like, you should have went through that already in high school. And if you know that you don't have thick skin, then don't put yourself out there. Me, look at me. I'm on YouTube. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to be bold and brave and put myself out there. But guess what? I've had plenty of practice to have thick skin. And so did she. She's just, at this point, she's running from her problems.
Well, that's just the truth, isn't it?
There's been so much accelerated hate lately. It's ridiculous, and I'm not here for it. You're not going to sit here and attack my character, I'm coming up with excuses because I ate a donut. one donut on my birthday, where I exercised twice that day, and I also ate really balanced the rest of the day. I can't have a donut because I'm making excuses.
Why do you let stuff like that bother you though? If you know yourself that you haven't fucked up and that what you've done, the decision you made, was fine, then why are you bothered by what other people are doing, what other people are telling you? At the end of the day, something is only a problem when people make comments like that. If you know they're true and you just don't want to admit it to yourself. If you're happy with your decision, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's like, okay, yeah, so I ate a donut, so what? Okay. You don't have to, like, I don't know, I just don't get how people feel like they need to justify it to that extent to where it bothers them, you know? Like, I can understand justifying it to some extent. If you feel like it was the right decision at the time, then that's it. I'm basically, sorry, I'm just fucking talking in circles now anyway. I'll shut up.
You eat a donut, you get crucified. You eat chips, you can't lose weight eating that way. I can't do it anymore, you guys. I just can't. My mental health is so much more important. I've already talked about on here where the scale is a trigger for me, and I really had to sit with myself and be honest and sit here and say, what do you want? Do I want to continue to go on a weight loss channel and continue to fail over and over and over, and not only embarrass myself, but also open the door for people to criticize, critique, bash, and abuse me? Not anymore. It's not going to happen. I'm tired of it and I'm over it. I have for too long tried to publicly do a weight loss journey, and it's obviously just not for me. I cannot do a scale anymore. I plan to not step foot on one for a really long time, not even once a month. And I put so much.
See, she needs to do so. If she is trying to lose weight, whether that's publicly or not, you need to track your progress one way or another. Now, whether that's through measuring, whether that's through the scale, that's up to you. But if you struggle with your weight, because obviously you don't understand portion control, you're unable to implement it properly, you don't make the right dietary choices most of the time, struggle with binge eating, whatever it may be, you need to be accountable to what you're consuming to make sure that you stay on track with the progress that you're trying to make. So, totally get that the scale can be a trigger. Yeah. I'll show you what my fucking weight does. It bothers me as well.
For women, it fluctuates.
I'll be honest.
It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down.
Sometimes it does.
As women, that's what's going to happen.
That's my weight.
Yeah.
Over the last week. I literally went from 73.
That's all normal.
0.2 kilos to 74.9 to 74 to 75.4 to 74.3, and this morning I'm 73 again. That's literally how my weight fluctuates up and down.
What she's saying is true. It's for, if you're a female, if you are a female, guess what? That's going to happen. It's going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to go up, it's going to go down. But what's your average? What is your average? And when you see the number that you like, take a picture of it. And maintain. You know? It's okay.
Now, I'm not trying to really lose weight. I'm not trying to lose body fat. Although I feel like I have leaned out, actually. And I'm not...
She's definitely leaned out. Have you guys seen her pack? Her six-pack? Oh.
I'm trying to obviously build muscle.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, your weight is going to fluctuate, and it's okay. Just as long as you're staying in the right direction. As long as you're, you know.
I've responded really well to the stimulus. But my point is that it does suck. It sucks when I know I've had a good day of eating and I've been on point with my plan, and I wake up the next day and the fucking scale is up like 1.5 kilos, like 3-4 pounds. I can gain 3 to 4 pounds in a day. So I understand it is frustrating, but at the same time, as long as the trend is where it should be going, which is either up if you're trying to gain, down if you're trying to lose, then that's fine. But you need to still do something, especially if you're on a weight loss journey. I mean,
Right.
I'm trying to maintain kind of, but if you're on a weight loss journey, you really do need to track your fat loss progress, measure your fat loss progress one way or another, whether that's with scales or without. That's up to you, but you need to do something.
That's true.
I wasn't in focus. There we are. Sorry, guys.
Pressure on myself to say, no, you have to keep the scale because people want to know. People want to know that number. That effing number is so effing important to everybody. And I'm not just saying you guys. I'm saying me too. That's why it has to go. My health and me getting healthy is so much more important than what the number on the scale says, than how much I'm gonna lose once I change my eating habits, once I'm what that number is gonna say 6 months down the road after I've been consistent. I don't care anymore. I don't care. And I can't care because the most important thing is getting this eating disorder that I have, which is not an excuse. So if anyone...
So what does she have? Binge eating, is what I'm guessing, yeah? Or food addiction?
I just pray that you never have anyone in your life that has an actual addiction, because it is a disease. It is a disease. And
She has a food addiction. Like, look, I appreciate it. I appreciate that food addiction is a thing, but it's not like heroin addiction, is it? She's gonna try and play it like it's a heroin addiction. Like, I've experienced addiction in my family, and liking to fucking smash on burgers is not the same as somebody like literally destroying, fucking financially, emotionally destroying everything around them. You're not
Right.
putting your family or the people around you in a precarious situation, shall we say, because you want to eat some pie or burgers. Like, it tastes nice. You'll get fucking moody. You might even get a bit sad if you can't eat it. Understandable. You may not be very pleasant to be around. You're not probably gonna put yourself into debt over it. You're not gonna neglect children.
She's
You're
so
not
right.
gonna not pay your
She
bills.
is so
You're not gonna
right.
steal from your family to go. You're not gonna steal money from your family just so you can go and buy like some fast food or some other food.
She's right.
So if her excuse is that everything she's going through, her life is so hard because she's a food addict, like, I appreciate that food addiction is a thing. Like, I totally get that it's a real thing. Otherwise, you wouldn't. I don't see how people would get to a certain size.
Right.
But it's something that you can wean off fairly easy as well. It takes a bit
Right.
more willpower, and it's going to be difficult. Of course, it will be difficult because it's not nice being uncomfortable. That's basically what it boils down to. It sucks being hungry, and it's not nice learning to eat real food when you're used to eating like processed foods, because it does make you addicted, and it does taste. It's been made to. It's been designed in such a way to make you want to eat more of it and to overeat on it. But
Right.
this is like fat acceptance.
And that design to make you overeat on it is the sugar. They put sugar in literally everything. But they put the unhealthy sugar. They don't put the good sugar, So I totally get it. Trust me, I totally get it. But you got to have that willpower to work out every day and to eat in a caloric deficit and to just get to your goal. But you can train your taste buds to not like the unhealthy sugar, that they put into the processed food. Stevia is a good sugar. It's basically like it's sugar without the calories. It works. I like it. I enjoy it. So
People and their oppression, comparing themselves to like racial issues, it's not the fucking same. A food addiction is not a heroin addiction. It's not a crack addiction. It's not a fucking like opiate addiction.
although people like to compare it to that particular addiction only because it's sugar, and people have stated that being addicted to sugar is just as if you were addicted to a hardcore drug like she's talking about. But what the bodybuilder is saying is she's so right. Honestly, it's yeah, you're not over here taking money out of people's pockets to go get you a shit ton of food. You're not. You're not. So, but it is addicting. Sugar is addicting. And you can go overboard on it, but you can also cut back on it, and you can also not like it after a while if you're consistent. I'm on it right now. I'm trying to tell y'all, like, when I first started my journey, I was eating a shit ton of sugar. But now that I'm pretty far in it, I'm not eating that much sugar. I'm eating the actual recommended amount. So, yeah, everything's going pretty good. Let's continue.
It's or an alcohol addiction. It's not. I'm sorry, it's not the same. Like you can argue. It's more like, to me, it's probably a bit more like being addicted to cigarettes. Yeah, it sucks if you like want to quit smoking. It's hard, but it's possible. I know. I smoked for years.
And you saying that to
what
someone...
did she just say? You smoked for years? Wait a minute. What did she just say? She said that real quick. It was like, play. Hold on.
Or an alcohol addiction. It's not. I'm sorry, it's not the same. Like you can argue. It's more like, to me, it's probably a bit more like being addicted to cigarettes. Yeah, it sucks if you like want to quit smoking. It's hard, but it's possible. I know. I smoked for years.
I know. I smoked for years. Oh, damn. Why were you smoking? I want to know. Nevaeh, can you go back in there, please? Thank you. Kids. Back to what I was saying. I would like to know why you smoked. Let's continue.
And you saying that to someone, it's awful. So I pray that whoever comes on this channel and says that my eating disorder is an excuse, you can go somewhere. Because I'm sorry, that is not okay to tell someone. It is not okay. The thing is that the thing that's different between a drug addict and me is the fact...
Wait, what did she say?
The thing is that the thing that's different between a drug addict and me is the fact that I have to sit with my drug 3 freaking times a day.
Wow. So she literally is comparing her fucking liking to eat food a bit too much.
Wait, what? You don't have to... Hold on. She does not have to sit with her food of choice for 3 whole times in a day. You get to choose what you buy. You get to go to the store and you get to take off the shelf what you want and pay for it. And if you take off healthy options on the shelf, you pay for it, guess what's around you? Healthy options to choose from. You don't even have to buy that much. So what does she mean she's around food 3 times a day? That depends on what you're purchasing at the store. And you can first off, you can purchase you some cookies. You can purchase you some soda. You can purchase you things like that. It's just the fact of moderation. So I don't know if y'all noticed, but for soda, there's 2-liter sodas, there's 3-liter sodas, there's little small cans of sodas, there's little liters of bottles. You can get smaller portion size of sodas instead of buying the 2-liter sodas. You know? So with her saying that she's around it all day, every day, the same thing goes for a person who's addicted to drugs. You get to go buy the drugs. You get to go pick what type of drug of choice you want. Just like she gets to go pick what type of food selection she wants. So for a drug addict and for a food addict, y'all can take those excuses out. If I'm taking them out, Everybody else can too. I don't mind if you eat and drink soda and cookies and chips. It's just all in moderation. Because if you want something, fucking eat it. Just don't overeat it. On the back of the bag, on the back of a bottle, it shows the recommended amount that each person should be eating. You know? Everybody is grown adults here. They know how to read. So, the fact that she's saying that she's around it 3 times a day and pick a healthier option. Or if you want, say you have a craving for something, like you have a craving for a piece of cookie. You know, eat the cookie. Just don't eat the whole bag of cookies. You get me? Let's listen. This is quite interesting, I tell you. Oh, Lord.
I wonder when she's gonna fucking stand on street corners to get that next burger fix, yeah? Because it's
right.
Because she has to be around food 3 times a day.
Right. That's a terrible excuse.
Wow.
It's terrible.
The drug addict gets to take it out of their life and never see it again.
Holy moly, this woman is insane.
Never be around it if they so choose. But me, on the other hand, I have to sit with my drug 3 times a day, every single day.
Oh, the hardship of being in a privileged position where you get to fucking eat whatever you want, whenever you want. It's so hard. I feel so sorry for you. I cannot imagine what it's like for all of these impoverished people across the entire world that are literally becoming addicted to drugs to cope with the fact that they have nothing in their lives, and it's their only way that they can handle doing the things that they need to do in order to make money, and selling their souls, selling their bodies for drugs. That's nothing compared to having to sit and have a dinner and having a breakfast and having a lunch and having to decide whether you're going to make a healthy choice or not overeat. That is a struggle, guys, that we cannot understand. I'm not trying to be unsympathetic, but this sort of like victim mentality, I'm not a fan of.
She's bruh, this bodybuilder is she's on point right now. She's on point. Because I also know people who are addicted to drugs, who are addicted to alcohol. And you know, when you're addicted to drugs and when you're addicted to alcohol, it fucks with your mind. To where you can't think straight, you can't do things the right way, you can't pay your bills on time. It fucks with you pretty bad. Your mind, your fucking mental. Okay? But when it comes down to food, the thing about food is you have the choice to utilize your mental for good or for bad. You know, your mind knows that if I eat a whole box of pizza, if I eat all 8 slices of pizza, your mind knows I'm going to gain a shit ton of weight. But if I eat 2 slices of pizza, put the rest in the freezer or the refrigerator, I just ate pizza, which is what I wanted, what I had a taste for. I ate it in moderation, and I saved it for another day. And because I ate in moderation, it's going to help me lose weight. Let's just use that as, an example. But for a person who is drunk because they drink alcohol and they're addicted to it, they can't think straight. They're falling all over the place. They're slurring at their words. They can barely see straight. They don't know what car they're getting in. They can't even drive. They can't even drive a fucking car. So, if she wants to compare herself to a drug addict or an alcoholic, okay then, here's what we're going to say. If Jill decides to pick up a whole box of fucking pizza, eat all 8 slices, drink 3-liter sodas, eat 5 bags of fucking chips, can she get in the car, a vehicle, and can she drive? Can she drive herself home? Can she drive herself home in the car? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, then she can't compare herself to anybody with a drug addiction. Can she still take care of her children? Can she still care for them the right way? Because if you think about it, a person who is an alcoholic or who is on drugs, don't CPS come and take their kids? Right? So is anyone coming into Jill's house taking her children because she's addicted to food? No. Because you have control over your mind. And if you have control over your mind, then you have control over to say, I'm not going to overeat. I'm going to undereat. Yes, I'm going to be fucking hungry. But I know that if I just stick to my caloric deficit and if I just continue on this cycle of undereating, just eating a certain amount of calories every day, my body will get used to it. My body will adapt the new change. I will actually be able to see that, damn, I can lose the weight. And my body is going to start understanding that it's full. It's all in your mind. And what she's doing is Jill is going down a road that nobody should go down. And she's also going to take some people down with her. Because of what she's saying, there's other people that she is influencing. And they're going to be like, well, Jill said this, so I can say it too. Jill said that it's actually compared to da-da-da. So the bodybuilder's here to tell you, no, it's not compared to it. Me, Ashley, is here to tell you, no, it's not compared to it. And we gave some valid ass reasons why it's not. So please don't start saying that. Those who are on a weight loss journey, please don't. Let's continue.
Love it. Everybody has struggles. Everybody has it hard. I totally appreciate that food addiction is a thing, but she's making it sound like she is, she's making it sound like that her struggle is the worst struggle to have ever existed in life because she's addicted to food. She doesn't even have a binge eating disorder, or she's not even anorexic or bulimic. No. She just really likes the fucking taste of food. And I do appreciate it is a thing to some degree, but let's not compare it to actual drug addictions or alcohol addictions and say well, if you're a drug addict, you have to go out and get it. It's not around you all the time. It's like, what is that for a fucking argument to make? It's like, yeah, no, you're physically dependent though. People literally steal from their families because sell their bodies to fund their habits. People become homeless. People destroy lives for these habits.
Right. So Jill, are you selling your body right now to get your food? 9 out of 10, fuck no. Excuse my French, but man, this is interesting. Okay?
You can say to some degree maybe that happens with food addiction, but not really to that extent, hey?
It does not go away. My drug doesn't go away. I have to face it every single day. And I have to face people using my drug and my triggers and my...
She's literally creating this idea in her head and believing it. Okay, you know when people do that, it's called delusional. She's being fucking delusional. She's being delusional. She is look at her. She's like, okay, what am I going to say next that's going to sound good to me that I hope sounds good to them? Nothing.
My trigger foods and eating that all around me.
I'm overweight. I'm fucking overweight. I am obese and I ain't saying shit like that. Oh. Okay. I think it's a good thing she getting off the damn internet.
She has to go through life watching other people eat donuts and burgers when she wants to eat a donut, but she can't. Wow.
The crazy thing is, she can eat a donut. Let's say since we're talking about donuts, let's say she get a box of 12 donuts, right? Because Jill wants donuts. Look at her eyes. She's like, ooh, I want a donut. Let's say she gets a box of 12 donuts, okay? She takes it home with her. She can literally eat 2 of those donuts. Out of that 12 box. 12 donut. Out of the box that has 12 donuts in it. There's 10 donuts left in there. She can give a donut to her son. She can give a donut to her daughter. She can put the donuts in the refrigerator and eat them on another day. If you just utilize 2 donuts, whatever the calorie count is for those 2 donuts, implement it in your caloric deficit. So if you have to be on a 2,000 calorie, add the 2 donuts into that 2,000 calories and then minus it. And guess what? You still have a window to eat some more food until that caloric is done for the day. Even if you're doing 1,500 calories, you can still eat those 2 donuts and minus the calories and have it for that day. So what is Jill trying to say? Is she trying to say that she needs the whole box? Is Jill trying to say I need 12 of those donuts, and because I can only have 2, I don't want to do it? This is crazy. This is crazy. This is madness. This is fucking madness. I'm going to eat me a damn donut, 2 of them. And I'm going to take off the calories that the 2 donuts provided. And basically I'm going to have what? If I'm on a 1,500 calories a day and I eat 2 donuts, then okay, I probably only got like 975 calories left for the day. Fine. But at least I have my fucking donut. Oh, Lord have mercy. And if she works out every day, it won't even stick. But look. She has a drug problem. She really don't. Don't fucking listen to what she's saying. She does not have a drug problem. She is addicted to overeating sugar. She's addicted to overeating sugar. I used to be addicted to overeating sugar, and I am trying to also stay on the straight and narrow path of not overeating sugar. Jill is addicted to overeating sugar. She chooses to be. And she could choose not to. But she's taking the easy route out by saying, bye YouTube, bye internet, I'm about to go do me, and I'm tired of y'all telling me what I can and cannot do. Nobody told you what you can or cannot do. You're just pissed off because you're not sticking to what you said. Let's continue.
Look how serious she is about this as well.
She's very serious.
She is literally making this sound like that is like she's experiencing the worst struggle ever.
She convinced herself. She's acting like she's having hot flashes and sweats, and she's acting like let me just let the bodybuilder say it.
I can't get over this woman. How can you go through life like this? Basically, this is ludicrous, isn't it? This is a good video.
It is.
And I have no control over that. It is hard. An eating disorder, having an eating disorder is not anything to joke about. It's not anything to come after someone and attack them for.
It's we're not attacking you though. No one's attacking you. They just speaking the truth. You said that you were going to do something and you're no longer doing it. An eating disorder is fucking hard, and nobody is like doubting that. But it's not impossible. Even though an eating disorder is hard, it's possible for you to get that eating disorder switched over to where you no longer have an eating disorder. What Jill is trying to say is like, I have an eating disorder and I'm going to be stuck with this eating disorder for the rest of my life. No, you're not. No, you're not. I mean, you might. I'm not. The devil is a lie. I'm not. But she might.
Having one because you.
I don't know. Is food addiction an eating disorder? I don't think.
Food addiction. I don't believe. I don't really fucking know. I would have to Google that. Is food addiction an eating disorder? I don't know. All I know is food addiction is you being addicted to eating an extreme amount of sugar. Now, if you Google, like I Googled, what is the recommended amount of sugar to eat in a day? What is the recommended amount of sugar to eat in a day? They will tell you how many grams of sugar is okay for you to eat in a day. Jill, Google it, figure out that number, and only eat that amount of grams in a day. But if you see that number of grams, let's say it's 28 grams for a day, and you eat double that, well, guess what? You are overeating sugar. So you're addicted to eating an extreme amount of sugar. I'm going to tell y'all something. I Googled it, I found the number, and guess what I did? I've been eating the recommended amount of sugar a day. And if I go over that, my taste buds will let me know, because I'm going to be like, oh, that's sweet. Oh, take it away. It's too sweet. Your taste buds will get used to the correct amount of sugar intake. She hasn't gotten there yet, so she doesn't know. I have. I used to drink Fanta orange sodas, like in the 2 liter, like go, the whole 2 liter to myself twice, two 2 liters to myself in one day at one point in time in my life, which is an extreme amount of fucking sugar. But guess what? I educated myself by Googling, and I found out what the recommended amount of sugar you're supposed to have a day, and I started to cut back on that. I cut back on that so much that I don't even drink Fanta orange sodas anymore. And when I did decide, like, damn, when I realized I really haven't drank it, I was like, let me get one of those 16.9 ounce bottles. And when I took a sip, I was like, oh my God, that tastes like syrup. Like sugary syrup. I am not fucking kidding you. I couldn't even finish it. It tasted disgusting. And I would have never thought that. And I continued to drink my zero sugar sodas. The same ones. Like there's Fanta orange zero sugar soda. There's soda, Sprite, zero sugar soda. Oh, Lord have mercy. All I know is my taste buds, when I drink something that is like extremely sugary, or if I taste something that's extremely sugary, I can tell. Because it's like, it doesn't even taste good anymore. It doesn't taste good anymore. Jill hasn't got there yet. But I'm here to tell you guys who have not gotten there yet, you can. You can. All you have to do is just stop eating an extreme amount of sugar. Just only eat the amount that it says on Google. Which is, it's doable, okay? It's doable.
Eating disorders and food addictions are the same thing, in my opinion. And an addiction is like a need. It's more of a.
If I'm doing it, Jill can do it too. If I'm just as big as Jill, I mean, I'm not as big as Jill, but I could be if I do what she's doing. But I'm obese. At the end of the day, she's obese, I'm obese. We're both obese. Whether our numbers is the same or not, we're fucking obese. Meaning we both need to do the same thing. Eat less calories.
I mean, like, it is a mental thing, I suppose, to some degree. But an eating disorder, a lot of that is to do with control and emotions. And yeah, it's to do with control and emotions. Well, it was for me anyway. But a food addiction is slightly different. Like, you just fucking love food a lot.
You don't know what I've been through. The reason why I have this eating disorder, the reason why I haven't conquered it yet, the work that I have done, the work that I haven't done. You don't know. All you know is what I've shown on this channel. And yes, I may seem like I'm on the defense, and it's because I'm sick and tired of not just people on my channel, but people on other people's channel. Some people can be so kind and so understanding and not even know what it's like to have an eating disorder. And then some people who, again, don't even know what it's like to have an eating disorder will attack and abuse and drag you through the mud. And it's just like,
what is a beautiful woman like you doing in a place like...
it's not worth it anymore. It's really not. I have a disease.
So what's not worth it anymore? What's not worth it anymore? Are you telling me that what's not worth it anymore is You were able to fool a lot of people on social media to help you move and get your place. And now that you're in a better place, a better city, now you're like, it's not worth it anymore. I got what I want out of it. It's not worth it. I don't think that's right. A lot of people were definitely invested in Jill's story. A lot of people were invested. She also helped a lot of people want to start their journey. But she also wanted to make money from it too. And she did. She made money from it. She changed her life. She moved out of the city she was in. She's in a new place. And quite frankly, she's content. She's so content that she's ready to go take on a 9-to-5 job.
I have an addiction.
It must be really hard to feel so sorry for yourself, right? No wonder, like, people like this will never progress. Because rather than accepting the fact that, like I said, I appreciate it's a problem. I appreciate there's such a thing as binge eating disorder. I appreciate there's such a thing as, like, food addictions. But what are you doing about it to fix it?
Right.
Besides sitting there feeling sorry for yourself.
Right.
Because that's what she's doing right now,
She's
right?
trying to feel sorry for herself,
Like,
and she wants everybody else to feel sorry for her
and
too.
it's the worst thing that
Correct.
has ever existed, because I'm around food all the time. People may not know, but I was eating disordered.
Oh, I didn't know
believe me,
that.
for about 15 years. And I still went to work. I still did the things that I needed to do. Made my money, paid my bills, did everything. Didn't blame my eating disorder on anything. I didn't. It was my internal struggle that I was going through. It's quite a secretive thing. I didn't really like to talk about it because I was kind of embarrassed by it. Now that I've overcome it, I can talk about it because I'm at peace with it now. But I've never used my mental illness as an excuse for not doing the things that I need to do in life.
You see, she had an eating disorder. She didn't let it run her life. It was an internal thing. What is internal? Your mind. I also overate. It was an internal thing. What is that internal thing? Your mind. Jill is overeating too. It's an internal thing. What is an internal thing? Your mind. Once you get your mind right and you start to realize the lies that people said not to be true, and you start to believe the truth about you, then you can slowly but surely change the way you think about food. She said that she was bulimic. She changed the way she thought about food, and she got herself in order. And I can see how she can get bulimic the way they have bodybuilders eat. They pretty much tell bodybuilders not to eat. Oh, I don't like the way they do that for bodybuilders. So I understand how you can get bulimic. And then she likes to go do contests and stuff like that, where initially they're comparing the bodybuilder's body to another female's body. And in the bodybuilder world, they gotta be toothpicks. In the bodybuilder world, they don't want you to have no fat on you and all muscle. And for a woman, that is not easy to do. So I can understand how a person can get to being bulimic by being a bodybuilder. I can also understand from Jill's perspective of by overeating, you can also have an eating disorder of binging, meaning eating more than what you're supposed to. I used to do it too, where I used to eat more than what I was supposed to. And how does it show up in all of our lives? For the bodybuilder, it would have showed up. For the bulimic, it would have showed up in her life as getting thinner. Maybe losing hair. Maybe not being able to sleep. For Jill, it would probably be gaining weight. Having a hard time cleaning up her house because her back is aching. What would it be for me? Being out of breath when I'm running up and down the stairs. Having a hard time sleeping. But if you get it in order, if you start working on the things that you need to do, guess what? Your back will stop hurting. You won't be out of breath.
because if you have goals, you achieve your goals. But
I'm getting tense.
it's probably a mindset thing.
Talking about this shit.
I self-harm a lot.
Cause honestly, I didn't expect her to say this. I did not expect Jill to be going on like this. Let me just be real. So
I self-harm myself with food. I eat to the point of pain. And I do it to myself because that in itself is an addiction. There is so much more to this addiction that you guys don't know that I don't share, because it's not something that it takes a lot to be open and vulnerable, because there's still going to be idiots in the freaking comments going, you're just making your excuses. Which again, I'm done with publicly sharing my weight loss journey. So if you ever want to know how much I weigh, I will not tell you. If you ever want to know how I lost weight, it's simple. I conquered my eating disorder. I started eating healthy, and I was in a calorie deficit. I will never do fad diets. I will never take whole food groups out of my diet. I'm going to learn to work with having sugar.
So does that mean she's no longer doing 75 hard? Because 75 hard has to do with weight loss. So if she uploads anything else about 75 hard, then you just lied to us once again.
And having trigger foods. And
No, technically that's all fine. You literally can lose weight eating pretty much wherever you want, as long as you're in a deficit. But in order to be in a deficit, you do need to track your food, because how do you know you're in a deficit? Like, I don't know if she does this or not. Guessing with the fact that she doesn't really make progress, she probably doesn't. She's probably doing more of an intuitive eating approach, which I'm not for people that struggle with obesity, because they don't understand how to eat. They don't understand their natural hunger cues. They intuitively eat fast food because they're addicted. If you're trying to lose body fat, you should eat as much whole foods as possible. Prioritize your protein intake so you feel.
I will honestly say eating whole foods gets you full faster. Eating protein gets you full faster. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. You know what? Just hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. And videos upcoming.
Feel fuller up. Protein is also lower in calories than many other things, like a lean chicken. Like 100 grams of chicken breast is going to be better for you than, like, I don't know, 100 grams of Cocoa Pops, 80 grams of Cocoa Pops. But
LOL. Don't, that's because you be eating your Cocoa Puffs. I be seeing you, girl. She love her Cocoa Puffs. You can't tell her nothing. She goes Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs, okay? But she eats them in moderation. So kudos, bodybuilder, kudos.
But yeah, my point, I'll have my chicken breast as well, don't worry about it. But my point is that you do need to track things, and you do need to prioritize eating whole foods over other foods. And I'm not saying don't ever eat I'm not saying don't ever eat fast food or have.
Yeah, definitely if you want to eat fast food, but just make sure you count it in your calories for that day. And if you decide to get something from fast food and you got so much food that it hit that 1,500 calorie deficit, or, you know, that means you can't eat anything else. That is your one meal for that day. Now, if you go home 3 hours later, you start to feel hungry and you go in the refrigerator and eat some more food, then guess what? You're going to gain weight. You're not going to see a drop on the scale. You have to just know that I decided to make that choice to eat all that food for one setting. So I better go to bed. You better go to bed.
Something that's nice, of course you can do that. Just work it into your calories.
And I'm going to work with it. I'm going to find a way and I'm going to do it. I'm going to conquer this, and I'm going to do it privately with the support of people that know what it's like. So I can feel that shame and that guilt and that everything else that I feel when people don't know what I'm going through or what it's like. The comments of people who don't get it, I feel so much guilt and shame. I don't feel that with people who get it and who understand me and understand where I've been, and they're on the other.
I'm on the same damn journey. But I see what she's trying to say. She's trying to say, like, I want those people who are delusional with me. I want those people who are on a weight loss journey but lose a little bit and then gain it all back and say fuck it. I want those type of people. She don't want people like me. I'm a type of person where once I start to lose the weight, I'm going to do my best to lose it. And if I gain it all back, okay, I gained it all back, but then I'm like, okay, now that I gained it all back, guess what? I have a better understanding, a better educational sight of what I need to do. I'm going to do it again. And then I'm going to be better off. I'm going to be able to stay losing the weight even longer. She wants people where they're just like, it's okay. Are you going to be, you're 340 pounds? It's okay. Did you just gain 500 pounds? It's okay. No, it's not okay.
Other side of
She need a doctor. She need a therapist. We ain't her doctor. We're not her therapist. We ain't none of that. So why she keep listening to us? Why she keep listening to the comment section? Why she keep listening to people? We ain't the doctor. We're just trying to help you, based off our experiences. But girl, go get a doctor. Yeah, get off the internet, please. Do you a favor. Get off the internet and do other people a favor too, because you're telling them incorrect information.
it. And I will never apologize for having an eating disorder. Is this something that
I don't know if I agree that a food addiction is an eating disorder. What do you think? Is a food addiction an eating disorder?
I don't know, girl. I gotta Google it. I don't know. My answer to that question, I don't fucking know. But I do know that she can change it. I do know she can change her eating habits. I do know she can lose the weight. I do know that your mind is a powerful thing. And I do know that you can conquer anything you put your mind to. She's just not putting her mind to it.
It's not that, like, to me it does, like, a food addiction is like more of a compulsion to want to eat, because you want the fucking food inside you, because you're looking for that high that food, that the taste experience gives you. An eating disorder is,
I actually think that when you eat something that's super sweet and you've done it on a consistent basis, that your body gets used to it. So when you stop feeding your body that, your body's like, wait a minute, where's the sweets? Wait a minute, where's that sugar? So your body sends you signals. Your mind also sends signals to your body saying, where's the sweets? Don't you give me sweets? Feed me sweets. Where's the sweets at? And so as you're sitting there like, no, I don't want to eat the sweets. I told myself I'm not going to eat the sweets. But you can feel in your body telling you, like, give it here, give it here. You're going to have to go do some workouts. You're going to have to go to sleep. You're going to have to go do something to fight off that. And then ghrelin, which is what makes your stomach growl when you hear your stomach growling because you're hungry. Yeah, that's something that where it wants you to eat. Because you're hungry. And so once you start to eat, all of a sudden the ghrelin disappears. All of a sudden you're no longer hungry anymore. Why? Because you fed into what it was asking, instead of just letting your body do what it do. Meaning you ignore it. She has a hard time ignoring stuff. I want to tell her to ignore your hunger cues, ignore being hungry because you didn't ate what you needed to. At this point, you just ignore the ghrelin. I want to tell her that. But I know she's not going to listen because she can't even ignore the people in the comment section who's saying something negative to her. She can't even ignore the negative comments or the naysayers. So if she can't ignore that, she doesn't know how to, she does not want to ignore the ghrelin. She does not want to ignore the hormones that's signaling to her saying, feed me sugar, feed me sugar, feed me sugar.
Is managing internal turmoil through food. The control of...
I'm going to let you guys know that I used to be just like that. But no, I'm not going to feed into the sugar. No, I'm not going to feed into what it is. And guess what my body did? My body no longer wants it. It just wants the recommended amount that the ADA tells me to eat.
Food. The the binge eating, the purging, the guilt that comes with it, the heavy restriction.
And I don't like that heavy restriction. I don't. Heavy restriction, what I feel is like if you have something that you really like to eat and you restrict yourself from it completely, I don't like that. I don't think that's going to work. But if you give yourself the recommended amount, like a bag of hot Cheetos, instead of eating the whole big ass bag of hot Cheetos, eat what the bag says on the back. Typically it'll say 21 chips. So take out 21 chips. Eat that, put the rest back. Simple as that. You don't have to restrict yourself. You want 12 fucking donuts? You can't have it. But you can have 2 of them. Maybe not 12, but you can have 2.
Like, a food addiction and an eating disorder is not the same thing to me. I don't know if she has both. Maybe she has both.
Maybe
but
she need a
keeps
damn
mentioning
doctor.
Food addiction. To me, a food addiction is not an eating disorder.
She over here self-diagnosing herself. She need a doctor.
It's different things. But I could be wrong, because remember guys, I am not a doctor or a psychologist or a dietitian or a nutritionist or a counselor or any.
And I'm not none of that either. But what I am is someone who has been working every day at trying to get in a healthy weight. Trying to be healthy for myself.
Would want to have had? No. But this is my life, and I had it, and I've had it since.
Trying to make better decisions. Trying not to make dumbass excuses.
A disease, an addiction.
And ignoring negative people. You had all of high school to figure it out.
To whatever. Everybody has some sort of addiction. Some of us just have a more intense addiction. And some of us have an addiction that we can't actually just do away with. And I can
You can. Everybody can learn to not be addicted. It's
Exactly.
hard, but it's possible, you know. And it's not like if she doesn't. To be fair, like apparently you do get withdrawals if you eat a lot of fast food and you stop eating.
First off, she was on a 75 hard challenge way back when, and she lost a shit ton of weight. She dropped her pant sizes, shirt sizes. She was feeling way more happier. Her kids were even happier. She did it. But she also seen it was fucking hard, and then she had to starve herself. But she liked the results, and because she did it, and she got the education about it, she says, I am not doing that shit again. And you know what? I'm going to do it again because I got a lot of views and I got a lot of money from it. But I'm not doing it again to where I'm going to be losing all this weight to where I'm going to be hungry. No.
Eating it, you do get withdrawals. I think you can get like mild shakes. You can get headaches, but that literally lasts for a couple of days, and then you're fine.
You could take ibuprofen and it disappears instantly. Give it 30 minutes. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know how headaches disappear in 30 minutes. 800 is a milligram of ibuprofen.
It's not like you could die from it, like
Aspirin.
an alcohol addiction if you fucking stopped cold turkey, and like other addictions. But go off, sis.
actually speak on this subject because I know firsthand what it's like to have an addiction to a drug. I was addicted to tobacco for 25 years.
I'm not even gonna say nothing because both of them was addicted to tobacco. I wasn't addicted to tobacco, so I can't relate. I'm just gonna listen and see what both of them have to say about it. See, I'm not gonna speak on something that I don't know nothing about. I do not know about nothing about being addicted to tobacco, so I ain't speaking on it. I'm gonna let them two hash it out with each other on this topic.
Again, cigarette addiction is it the same as like an alcohol addiction or heroin addiction or a crack addiction? I don't think so. In my opinion, it's not. Being addicted to certain substances is a lot more severe than other addictions. You can stop smoking and yeah, you're gonna have cravings for that cigarette. Yeah, sometimes you'll be walking around and you'll be like, oh, the smell of the cigarette smells good. Wouldn't mind having one right now. You're not going to. But comparing a cigarette addiction, I don't know, it's a sliding scale of severity, right? Cigarette addictions do not compare to extreme alcohol addictions. Extreme that it is almost justifying whatever she's trying to justify. Like, it's a food addiction. You like to fucking eat food. It's not, you're not prostituting yourself out for a fucking burger. It's like, calm down. This is not the same. It's not the same thing as certain drug addictions and other addictions. It's just not. I'm sorry, it's just not.
So this addiction is a totally different ballgame. And I can speak from experience that it's going to be much harder to let this go and conquer this than it was the tobacco and the letting go.
It will be harder because she wants it to be harder. She doesn't want to not be addicted. She clearly likes it. Because if you really want something, you work on it, regardless of how hard it is and the struggles you're going to have to go through to succeed at overcoming that.
Of the cigarettes. Because even though today I still crave them, I work through that because I don't have to have them. And it actually takes effort for me to have to go to the store, purchase a pack, bring it home, and smoke a cigarette. So that means...
Okay, what's the difference from you going to the store, purchasing processed sugary foods and bringing it back home? Honestly, if you were able to stop that cigarette addiction, if you stopped it, we don't know. But if you really stopped it, then you can stop purchasing the incorrect amount of food too. You don't want to, girl. You don't want to. And it's okay. That's you. But don't drag other people down with you.
Things that I'm no longer going to be documenting my weight loss journey, but I don't want to give this channel up. And I have told you guys,
I bet you don't want to give the channel up, because that's you giving up thousands of dollars. I wouldn't want to give it up either.
Guys, from the get-go, like, I'm not going to conquer any of this. I'm not going to be able to lose weight if I don't start from within. And I have said from the very beginning of this weight loss journey that it's not just a physical, but it's a mental, internal healing kind of journey that I'm on. So with that being said, I am still going to keep this channel up. I'm still going to be posting weekly. I don't know if I'm going to do once or twice a week. We'll just have to see how it works out. But I'm going to do day in the life vlogs on here. So any day in the life vlogs that may have been on MissGreenEyes are now going to be on here. And I'm also going to keep up with the Out of the Bubble, Out of My Comfort Zone series that I've been doing on here since last year, I believe. Because there are some things that are coming up that I'm going to be doing that are so out of my comfort zone, and I'm excited for them, but I'm also really nervous for them. But yeah, like, I did not move to North Carolina, you guys, for everything to be the same. And I looked at myself, and I have to be honest with myself, and I really have to do the internal work, and I just can't do that with so many people looking at me, judging.
Just don't fucking film your journey then. Like, no.
Then why is she even gonna subject herself to uploading once a day or twice a week on the internet if you don't want nobody to talk? Because no matter what you put up, you can put up what you're gonna put up for next week, and all you're talking about is taking your kids to school. They're still gonna find something to talk about. You know what you're trying to do, Jill? You're just trying to keep your dollar bills coming, and I ain't knocking you. But thank you for letting me know not to tune in to any of your videos that you're going to be uploading soon, because it doesn't apply to me. My kids are homeschooled, so I don't need to watch you take your kids to school every day. I'm on a weight loss journey. You're saying that you're not. We don't relate. The only thing we relate about is we're obese. We are obese women. That we can relate to. I'm not going to be obese forever, I'll tell you that. But as of right now, today, we obese women. That's the only thing we can relate to right now. You can change your channel all you want. You're letting me know not to look up what you got going on next week. And that means that you're not just letting me know that, you're also letting multiple people who support you know not to tune in to next week. So when next week's video that you upload once or twice that week, don't see the views looking the same as last week's. And don't be all in your feels about it either. Because you brought this on yourself. This is what you chose to do. Remember that.
If she is so desperate to work on herself and fix her health problems, her addiction, then fucking don't talk about it on YouTube. Nobody's forcing you to make videos. Like, why is she making this, like, she's basically blaming her audience for not succeeding, or she's blaming people who watch her for not succeeding at what she's doing because people have comments, but she's choosing to put herself out there. It's like, nobody's fucking forcing you to make videos. Like, it's very easy, just turn the fucking camera off. Go get some counselling. I don't know, try some meditation. Like, this doesn't make... I don't get this. So you can't blame other people for your lack of success. Especially when you choose to upload videos. Nobody's forcing you to do it. I don't think so, unless somebody's standing there with a gun to her head, behind the scenes. Possible, I don't know. But I don't think so.
Judging me and being so disgustingly nasty to me. Like, I got a comment on MissGreenEyes today, and I read, and it was like, oh my god, you don't even have a neck. Literally, that's what the comment said. And I was just like, but the comments on here are so much more intense. They are so intense, they're downright disgusting.
She literally just can't take anybody saying anything negative towards her. She's just precious, basically. Just don't put yourself online then, innit? People are gonna give commentary.
So what happened when you were in high school? Did your mom and dad come to school with you every time somebody said something bad about you? Or did they just take you out of school completely? But then when you got into high school and it's just you doing what you gotta do and people talk about, what I would like to know, what'd you do? Jill, what did you do? Because you can't take no criticism? None? Come on now. You're stronger than that. You're stronger than that. You want sympathy and I'm not here to give it to you.
People are gonna have something to say.
Because if I give you the sympathy, Jill, I gotta give me the sympathy too. And I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that because I don't need sympathy, because guess what? If I give the sympathy that you're looking for to myself, then guess what I'll spiral back into? A person who overeats sugar. No. I didn't do all this work for nothing.
I'm sure that next time I make a video that on April Lauren, there'll be some regular commenters there that have critique on me, because that's just how it is. People have stands, which is fine, but you have to just be prepared for that. If you're not prepared for negative comments, don't put yourself online.
Exactly.
And I understand it might only be like 2 to 5% of people, but the thing is that someone will make that comment and then 20 to 25 to 30 people will thumbs it up. So there's more than just one person that's thinking the awful, horrific things that this person is saying in this disgusting comment. There's other people out there that are watching that are like, yeah girl, yeah, say it, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not allowing people to see that part of my life. It's just not worth it for me anymore. So yeah, those are the changes for this channel. I may just turn comments off of this video because I have that type of personality where I just want to please people. I'm very much so a people pleaser, and I just don't want the comments of, we're gonna miss you, oh my gosh, I wish you didn't let people get to you, and all the comments that I know are gonna come, and I know that they're only in good with good intentions, but I just don't want to see them. So I think that comments are going to be turned.
So basically what she's saying is, I know that there's people that's going to change my mind to say, continue to keep on your weight loss journey and continue to do better for yourself and continue to do great things, but I don't want that. I do not want the people who's going to tell me to keep going. You got this, mind over matter. I don't want that. I want my thoughts. If my thoughts say I want to eat as much fucking burgers as I want, I'm gonna do it. If I want to go eat Chick-fil-A every day of this week, I'm gonna go do it right now. And the comment section, I already turned it off. So because I turned it off, you guys aren't even gonna convince me that this Chick-fil-A burger is not gonna make me fat, because I said it's gonna make me skinny.
Off of this video, but do know that this,
well, I think this is a perfect time for me to say, hey guys, welcome to the Jennymay Ashley channel, where I am losing weight, and I'm going to lose weight the correct way. I'm always going to continue to educate myself on my weight loss journey, and I'm not a doctor nor a therapist, but there is multiple things that I have done that help me lose a lot of weight. There's a lot of things that I have done that help me no longer overeat and sugar. Being that Jill is no longer going to be uploading, come on over to my channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that like button. And guess what? You could comment whatever you want down below. My feelings won't get hurt. I won't run away. I will not run away. Welcome. And I'll be understanding. And I just hope that we can be a great fit. You know? I help you. You help me.
I'm going to change the name to Miss Green Eyes Vlogs, I believe, and yeah, that is where this channel is going to go. I'm excited for it. I'm excited because I am conquering fears, and I'm doing what I set out to do originally, which is work from inside and work from within out. And I'm conquering those eating disorder. I'm conquering this eating disorder. I'm conquering my fears, and pretty soon I'm going to be a person that I could only dream of being, and that's because I myself have put in the work. And I put in the work privately. So I love you guys. Comments are turned off for this video. Please don't contact me on Instagram. Please don't contact me on other videos.
She said, please don't contact me wherever I have my shit. I don't care if it's a social media. I don't care if it's a TikTok. I don't care if it's this or if it's that. If it's Facebook. She says, look, tomorrow I'm eating 13 motherfucking burgers, 5 milkshakes, 3 candy bars, and 10 bags of chips. Don't fucking tell me that I'm not. Don't fucking tell me that I'm not. Because if you do, it's going to make me feel guilty. And it's going to make me want more donuts. You know what, Jill? More power to you. And I truly hope that you get the help that you deserve. And I really hope that the people who watch you come watch me.
I'm doing this to let you guys know because I know I'm going to get a lot of questions.
Also, by the way, on the comment section, you don't have to read it. Like, you literally don't.
Exactly.
I try and get through my comment section, usually speaking the day after. I've uploaded a video in the mornings when I do my cardio. I do my comment section. I don't always have time. Sometimes I'm not in the mood to go through my comment section. Sometimes I have Instagram DMs to go through. Nobody's forcing you to look at your comment section. Nobody's forcing you to sit there on your back end in your YouTube studio at your most recent comments and address everything. That's a full-time job, keeping up with your comment section. Come on. Nah, I do like half an hour and I work from the earliest post up, from the first post up, and then if my time runs out because my cardio is done, that's it.
Once I just stop posting and I start posting, you know, my other things. But just please respect my decision. Please don't reach out to me. Please don't. This is not anything because it's not mainly because of people being mean. It's also because I put too much pressure on myself to be perfect and to do this in a way that's just not sustainable for me. And I just need to do it privately so I can have full, complete control without outside sources telling me, you should be doing this. You should be doing this. You're not doing that right. You should. So I love you guys. Have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
She's quite a character, hey. So, yeah. Is a food addiction the same thing as an eating disorder? In my opinion, it's not. But I could be wrong. I will definitely do some more videos to her, because obviously she is back on a weight loss journey. And I just don't really get her arguments. It's like she clearly cannot take any criticism or any form of negativity, but she's choosing to put herself on the internet doing a weight loss journey that are notorious for, if you fail, that you're going to get a negative response. Because part of the reason why people do vlog or film their journeys is for accountability. So if you then fail, then yeah, people are going to call you out. But I am going to go. My watch is empty.
I seen that. I seen it was empty, and I was like, "What is she about to do with that?"
I need another coffee because I was yawning a lot. And yeah, get about my day. Have a good day.
All right. Well, as y'all see, that wrap that up right there. So, in the comment section down below, let's go ahead and continue this question. The question that she just asked. Is that an eating disorder? Is that the same thing as a drug addiction? Let us know down in the comment section. Let me know. I'm on a weight loss journey as well. I upload random things to my YouTube channel. But if you're coming for weight loss, I have videos up for that too. And I'm going to continue to post multiple things from here on out. I hope you guys really enjoyed this, because this is definitely something different. And just like Jill wants to take a leap of faith and do something different, well, me too. Yeah, so go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that like button. Thank you guys so much for coming in and stopping by. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. And shout out to the motherfucking bodybuilder. Shout out, girl. High five. You guys have a blessed day. Bye-bye.